Hey all, welcome back to another video. So as we talked about in our last one, we are ditching our uh, the old process or plan of actually getting things on Google Cloud and getting them to, or trying to use Kubernetes and stuff like that in production just because of the high cost. Instead, what we're going to be doing is we're going to use Linode, but really the same process is really applicable to any virtual machine. We're going to be spinning up a virtual machine, and then we are going to be installing everything on top of it. I'm just using Linode because that's a company I've used in the past, which has seemed fine. And I'm looking at the pricing; they're very cheap. So in today's video, we are going to be doing our first three steps here. I did rearrange some of these, and I moved this by domain and get working. Really, it should be just pointing. And we'll talk about why when we get there. But for now, let's just go ahead and purchase our Linode, and then we'll SSH into it. So looking at Linode, if you go ahead and log in, but this is what the screen looks like, at least as of February 10th, 2024. But it'll probably be pretty similar once you log in. That's one of the things I enjoyed about Linode is it's pretty simple, you know. But essentially, you just create Linode. This is a virtual machine. I'm gonna just go ahead and use this Ubuntu 2204 with LTS long time support, and so we'll just click our first region. We don't really care too much about it. We are going to, what plan do we want? So some of these can get really expensive if you're getting a dedicated CPU and stuff like that. We're just going for the cheapest option for us because this is just a little project to test other things. So we've got this little monthly plan. It's $5 a month, so perfect for our case. For us, we are gonna just call our little Linode that we're creating. We're gonna call it Streak Builder. We don't need a tag. This is a password that was already put in. I have actually already added my SSH key. If you don't know how to do this, you can actually look this up on ChatGPT. I searched for this before this video just so I could pull this up, and it kind of got a network error, so it didn't finish. But essentially, you'll run this command, this SSH keygen. You'll put in your email that you want to put this on, and this is going to generate your new SSH key. You're going to have a public and a private key. You'll take your public key, so this will actually output where this key was saved. You'll put a little password if you want, but it'll output where the key was saved. And we'll actually see that too when we SSH into our Linode machine a little bit. But you'll take that public key and you'll actually, in this Linode, you'll actually add that, and it'll just come up. So it's a little, you'll just take that, you can just echo out the constants of that public key, and you'll just throw it right in here and give it a label. I've already done that, so I'm just going ahead and just adding that to our machine, and it's pretty, that's it. We're just gonna go ahead and create this, and this is gonna spin up. So here's our IP. Now while that's actually spinning up, I'm actually going to, we're going to move over to Namecheap, which is what we're going to be using for our domains. Another one of these that I don't really have a preference. This is just where I've bought some domains in the past. So we're unfortunately not able to get streakbuilder.com, but I found this other one. It's pretty similar, buildingstreaks.com. So we're just going to use that as our domain name moving forward. So this is actually, I'm not really sure if I'm doing this correctly here, the CNAME, but we're going to try it out. But the most important thing when you get in here is your @ record. So basically, where are you going when you put in buildingstreaks.com to our browser? What is the IP of our, what's the IP of the virtual machine that we're going to create? So we're just going to go ahead and save that. And so we're putting that in. I wanted to do this early on in the process because this can actually take a little bit of time to propagate. So I did not want to do this later and then have to wait. So we're just going to go ahead and put this in now. So let's come back over. Our Linode machine is now running. So let's just copy this and we'll SSH into our machine. So we're trying to SSH in. This is just verifying that we're what we think. So this is where I was talking about where I public key. So I've actually given every time I want to use my key, and this is actually where it is stored, I've given a password in order to use that key. So I'll enter that, that'll actually log me in. And so now I'm actually in our Linode machine, our Linode box. And what we'll do here, we can actually even see, it's perhaps our buildingstreaks.com domain is already pointing to where we want. So we can just do a ping of this, and yes, so it's actually already pointing at our domain. So for now, what we could do before, so it's pointing to nowhere though currently. So what we can actually do, I think, as well as part of this video is, let's just open up a new, how do we install Nginx? Maybe we can just get Nginx, and that'll be a nice conclusion to this first video of getting things deployed to production. So we do want to update here. Let's get this running in the background while we look at some of these next steps. So we are going to update all of our package lists. You'll probably pretty much always do that, and then we're going to install our Nginx. So that's done. Here we go. We're going to install Nginx. Gave it a little prompt. Yes, no. Are you sure you want to install? Yes, we do. And here we go. So once installed, Nginx should start automatically. You can check its status with that. So we'll check it is active. And so now if we actually refresh this, here we go. We're on Nginx, and we're actually at this buildingstreaks.com, which is already really good to see. Let's go ahead and just quit out of that. And in our next video, what we're going to be doing is we can actually do quite a few things at this point, and we'll have to figure out our route. We could get our SSL going. We might actually want to get our Google auth pointed correctly. But yeah, I think that's going to be it today, and in our next one, we'll figure out what we're doing next. We'll see ya.